you're just joining us, as the Raiders, I believe, recover the onside kick to start off the game. So we have the Tucson Raiders, 9U, facing the Seminoles of Tucson. Now, unlike last game, I did not have the roster until the second half for 8U, but I do have the roster here for 9U. Quarterback under center. Raiders have the ball after the coverage of the onside kick. Quarterback under center. I formation. Looks like a handoff right up the middle. Good tackle by the Seminoles in the backfield. As that ball was handed to, I think, number 10. Isaiah Lenesis. I nailed that. And as the season goes on, I will get these rosters down. But the black uniforms with the silver numbers, not the easiest to see from over here, so I'll do my best. Second down, it looks like about 11. High formation, huge hole, but dead ball. Looks like a false start or an encroachment call. Dead ball, false start. It's going to be a 2nd and 16 as the Raiders try again. Second and 16 after the penalty. The Raiders come to the line. Same setup. You have one wide out to the left for the south side of the field. I formation, quarterback under center. Same play, hand up right up the middle to the running back. A big hole, but met right away by the linebackers. The running back for the Tucson Raiders shedded one tackle, but then couldn't get away from the other couple guys. Quarterback under center here. Shotgun formation. Quarterback just runs like a quarterback sweep around the corner. Good run as he sheds a tackle into secondary, and it looks like a nice 15-yard gain by the quarterback for the Tucson Raiders, 9U. Let's see who that is. That is tough to see, man. Maybe number 3? Yeah. If it was number 3, that is Alfonso Miranda Diaz. Nice quarterback sweep around the corner. As the Raiders get a first down here from the Seminole 33-yard line. Quarterback under center, I formation, one wide receiver out. Handoff up the middle. As he is tackled in the backfield. Seminoles. Looks like no gain. So it is now 2nd and 10 for the Raiders as they are kind of threatening to score. Miranda Diaz on that quarterback sweep. This time 2 wideouts. Shotgun formation. Snap to the quarterback as he runs the same plays before, sweep around the end. This time the Seminoles do get him. It's still a 5-yard gain for the Tucson Raiders. I think that was Alfonso Miranda Diaz again. Looks like the Seminoles are running a 4-3 defense. Probably man coverage as the quarterback is in shotgun formation again. Same play to the other side as he does the end around, but the Seminoles are going to get him in the backfield. Nice containment there by that Seminole defense. Number 3 for the Seminoles, whoever that is. Tackle number 21 for the Raiders. Which is Raymond Pena. I like the play call, but Seminoles just good defense there. It's going to be 4th and 11, quarterback under center. 1 wide out, single back formation. Looks like an end around. Looks like to Raymond Pena, but he's met in the backfield by the Seminole defense. It's going to be a turnover on downs. And Seminoles will take over. But a good run to start out. Raymond Pena got the ball in the backfield on an end around. He did make a good cut in the hole, but just was met immediately by the linebackers for the Seminoles. 1st and 10. Seminoles' first possession here. They have the white uniforms with, I believe it's maroon numbers. I don't know for sure. Quarterback under center. Takes the snap, handoff to the fullback up the middle, fumble, and the Raiders get the ball back. What a change of momentum that is. After the 4th down turnover on downs, the Raiders get the ball back after a fumble by the fullback number. It looked like number 88 for the Seminoles. Got through the hole, but was met immediately by the Tucson Raiders defense. Forced a fumble, and the Raiders fell on it. Raiders in shotgun formation, 4 wideouts this time. Snap to the quarterback as he runs and sweeps to the right, makes a couple cutbacks, runs into his own man, but still gets a nice 5-yard gain. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 from the Seminole 32-yard line. Quarterback in shotgun. Looks like 3 slot receivers to the right. Snap goes off his face mask, but I believe the Raiders player, golly, great awareness, jumps on the ball. That's number, like a cat, pounced right on that ball when I thought it was going to be with the Seminoles. I believe that's number 3. For the Raiders. Alfonso Miranda Diaz. Quarterback in shotgun, trips to the left. Same play, but sweep to the other side of the field. Nice move by Miranda Diaz as he spins, sheds a couple tacklers. Nice run there by Miranda Diaz. Again, I have not confirmed that that's number 3. I could be calling the wrong kid's name this whole time, but a nice run there as he didn't have a ton of room as the initial snap, and he took that sweep to the left, a shotgun quarterback sweep to the left. Looked like he had the chance of maybe getting caught in the backfield or at least the line of scrimmage, but after a couple nice moves, 2 broken tackles, and a spin move, he gets the first down. 1st and 10 Raiders. Raiders on the Seminoles 24-yard line. Again, shotgun formation, trips left, single receiver to the right. Snap, looks like almost the same play, quarterback sweep to the left. This time the Seminoles are all over it as they get him for maybe a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 coming up. It's like timeout Raiders. Coach Pena wants to think things over here before the next play. If you're just tuning in, this is the 9U Tucson Raiders facing the Tucson Seminoles as Coach Pena, the head coach for the Raiders, takes a timeout. Yesterday at practice for the Raiders, we took a couple videos and put a couple highlight reels together that we put on our YouTube channel. If you go on to Tucson Raiders Media on YouTube, just go to the search bar and type in @Tucson Raiders Media. You can see all those highlights along with one-on-one interviews with the head coach from each division, including the cheerleading squads. Cheerleading squads out there every day with the football team doing their own thing, practicing, throwing people in the air. It's wild. A lot of hard work on both sides, cheer and football. Everyone in this entire organization from top to bottom is so invested and committed. It's quite the scene. It's really nice to see. Timeout over here. It's going to be 2nd and 12. We are in the first quarter still. No score. Raiders at the beginning of the game, if you're just tuning in, recovered an onside kick, drove the ball, went turnover on downs as the quarterback for the Raiders gets tackled in the backfield by that Seminole defense. It's going to be a 3rd and about 13, 3rd and 12. But the Raiders were marching there for a little bit, then they turned the ball over on downs. But on the first possession for the Seminoles, they handed it off to number 88, the fullback for the Seminoles, and he got through the line of scrimmage, but was met immediately by a linebacker from the Raiders in the back, fumbled the ball, Raiders got the ball back, and that's where we are right now. 3rd and 12, quarterback under center. Fake handoff and around to Pena as he tries to reverse his field. He's running for his life, and he's tackled for a massive 10-yard loss. I mean, there's nothing he could do there. Seminoles just... Quarterback almost didn't get the handoff. As young Pena was running for his life, did everything he could, but it's a big loss. So now we're looking at 4th and a lot. Fourth and about 20 or 22. Shotgun formation, quarterback sweep to the right, and Seminoles meet him about at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a turnover on downs. Now, in case you're wondering, we do have 2 different cameras that we use to live stream, but not much of a power source here in the stadium. Sometimes we'll have access to the booths where they have power and we can, whatever, but this camera that I'm using right now is too big to put on my tripod. So the first game, 8U, I used my smaller camera to put on the tripod so there's not so much movement, but I'm going back and forth from camera to camera because I have to charge one at a time to make sure I'm able to stream all the games today. as we will be covering 10U next, then 11U, then 12U, then 14U. So we will be streaming on this Facebook channel the rest of the day if you want to tune in and watch the other games. Again, I got the chance to go and meet a lot of the other players in different divisions yesterday with the Tucson Raiders. You go on our YouTube channel, Tucson Raiders Media. You can see some of the interviews we did with the head coaches, some highlight reels from the players and their practices, including the cheerleading squads. It looked like the first quarter ended, so now it's going to be start of the second quarter. Seminoles have the ball, and they're now coming this way. It is a dead ball false start on the Seminoles, so they'll be coming back. It'll be 1st and 15 once they move those chains. We're in Tucson, Arizona. We do have a nice breeze. There's been some games we've been out here, and it's just crazy. I'm sure as the day goes on, it'll continue to get hotter, but as of right now, it's not too bad. 1st and 15, Seminoles at their own, looks like about 40-yard line. Quarterback under center on an end around to the slot receiver for the Seminoles, but he's met immediately in the backfield by that Tucson Raider defense. Again, I have a roster for the 9U, but I cannot see the numbers for it. I can see some of them. So I'll do my best to give the players their much-deserved recognition. As it is now 2nd and looks like 13, handoff up the middle. Makes a move and a nice tackle by the Tucson Raiders. It looks like maybe number 81 made that tackle. I don't think there's an 81, so that wasn't it. It's about 3rd and 9. Looks like a dead ball false start on the Seminoles, so that player will be coming back. As the stands start to fill up here, before you know it, I don't know if you can see the bleachers on the other side, bunch of canopies, because this is Arizona. It's hot as heck here, and the sun is brutal. But as the day goes on, that entire stands on both sides will be full of canopies. Quite the turnout at every one of these games. As the Raiders get their quarterback in the backfield, that'll bring up 4th down. Who is that? That looks like Raymond Pena with the quarterback sack in the background, bringing up a 4th and 15 for the Seminoles. Big stop there. Looks like a timeout Seminoles as they figure out what they're going to try to do on 4th and 15. I'm going to reposition a little bit here. That was my certain parts of my body are going numb from sitting on these bleachers. No big deal. Seminoles take a timeout. They have a 4th and 15 coming up. 0-0 here in the second quarter. This is the 9U Tucson Raiders facing the 9U Tucson Seminoles. Let's see if anyone said anything in the chat yet. I don't think so. Seminoles take the field again. And dead ball foul. Legal substitution on the Seminoles, which most of the time means there's 12 men on the field. which is a 5-yard penalty. Now we're looking at a 4th and 20. As the Raiders look to stop them here. Looks like Seminoles have shotgun formation. Oh, they punted it. The Raiders defender catches the ball, then drops it and picks it back up, tries to get away from the defender. And the Raiders will take over the ball at the Seminole 45-yard line. Both sides have full cheerleading squads that work their butts off to be in sync as best as possible, and different chants, and very committed group in the Tucson Raiders cheerleading squad. I'm sure it's the same for the Seminoles. Raiders 1st and 10, quarterback under center, I formation as the handoff goes right up the middle. A nice move to break to the outside, and looks like about a 10-yard gain. Did the ball come out? Look, it's hard to see because the canopies down there are in the way, but it looks like there might have been a fumble, but who got it back? Looks like the Raiders, yes, the Raiders got the ball back, so don't worry. 2nd and 1 and a 9-yard gain on that I formation run that went right up the middle as he bounced it outside and tried to beat the defensive back, tried to get around that corner. Regardless, a nice 9-yard gain as the Tucson Raiders are threatening here to be the first score of the game. Quarterback under center, I formation again. Handoff up the middle the other side. This time the Seminoles are all over it as the hole kind of collapsed rather quickly. Same play as the play before, but instead of going left, they ran that play to the right, and running back was met in the backfield for it looks like a 1-yard loss. Third and 5, 3rd and 4. Quarterback in shotgun, trips to the left, one receiver to the right, quarterback alone in the backfield as it's a quarterback sweep to the left. He tries to make it around the corner, and he does as he's pushed out of bounds. It looks like right at the foot. Again, we can't really see because of the canopies over there, but it is a 1st down Raiders regardless. We've seen that play a handful of times from the Tucson Raiders, where they will put their quarterback in shotgun alone in the backfield. They'll put one receiver to one side and 3 to the other side, and the quarterback will take the snap and run towards the trips side of the field, wherever the 3 receivers are. And it's worked well for them. This time, little center quarterback exchange mishap, but Raiders fall on the ball. But that brings up 2nd down and 10. And again, if you weren't with us for the 8U game, the screen on both of my cameras, the reflection is wild because of how bright it is over here. So I can't see 100% of things. So if it's blurry at any moment or whatever, just let me know. As the Raiders try to get situated here, and I believe Coach Pina is going to take a timeout. We will take a break at halftime, and then we'll go live again for the start of the 3rd quarter. motion here. Try to get more of a steady shot. Looks like it's going to be about second and I guess 11 because he dropped the ball from the center and fell on it, so it's about a 1 yard loss. So second and 11 coming up for the Raiders. From, looks like maybe the 25-yard line. Quarterback under center I formation. Fake run up the middle as the quarterback tries to sweep around the left side after faking the handoff to the running back up the middle, but he's met by the outside linebacker and defensive end for the Seminoles. About at the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up 3rd and 11. And again, I'm kind of hoping they go right here so I can get better footage because we got these canopies over here that kind of block some of the view, but we do what we can. 3rd and 11. Quarterback, I believe, in shotgun. Quarterback in shotgun. Again, trips left. Let's see if they run that sweep to the left. They do. Looked like he was thinking about passing it, but elected to run it again anyway. And blocked by the little canopies right there. Looks like maybe a 2-yard gain, which will bring up about 4th and 8, 4th and 9. As the Raiders would love to convert this 4th down to not have to turn over the ball on downs for the 3rd time here in the game so far. Yeah, it looks, I guess it's about 4th and 10. Quarterback in the shotgun, trips to the right. Let's see if they run that sweep to the right. They do, but he cuts back the field, tries to go up the middle, and he's met in the backfield immediately by that Seminole defense about at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a turnover on down. Seminoles will take over. We are probably approaching halftime here in the next couple of minutes, I'm guessing. As the Seminoles take over, again, we will take a break on halftime. As the score is still 0-0. We don't have a scoreboard. So I'll do my best to keep up with the score. It shouldn't be that tough. I did it for the AU game. But what's tough is the time. We don't know how much time left. Seminoles drop back to pass. He's got a receiver open to the 24. What a catch as he's met immediately by, I think it's number 21, Pena, with a good tackle, a good hit. But number 24 for the Seminoles held onto the ball. And that's a 1st down. Nice little pitch and catch there. Quarterback under center. Motion. Fake pitch, handoff, and he's met in the backfield immediately by that Tucson Raider defense. Again, I do have a roster, but it's tough to see the numbers from here. But whoever's the defensive end on the right side made a great tackle in the backfield for a loss of, looks like about 3, bringing up 2nd and 13. Second and 13, quarterback under center. Motion. Handoff on the end around. It's a double reverse by the Seminoles as he tries to make it outside and does. A great tackle, though, by the Raider defense. But that is a first down for the Seminoles as the clock continues to run as we approach halftime here. The Seminoles almost run that Air Force offense where there's two slot backs and a single back. The slot back goes in motion every play, and you don't know if it's a pitch, as he does pitch it outside on the end around, but he's met in the backfield by the Raiders for a 2-yard loss. I believe that's number... But regardless, a 2-yard loss, a nice tackle in the backfield by the Oakland Raiders as the Seminoles take a timeout. But the Seminoles almost run this offense almost like the Air Force Academy did for years, where they run with quarterback under center, the single back right behind him, and then two slot backs or slot receivers lined up right behind the tight ends. And when they line up, they're not facing forward, like facing the direction that they're trying to go, but they are facing like horizontally, facing towards the quarterback. You never see that offense ran unless you're Air Force Academy. And then right before the snap, one of the slot backs goes in motion. And it can be tough to defend because you don't know if it's going to be an end around. You don't know if it's going to be a pitch. A couple plays ago, we saw the fake end around and then hand off to the single back running back up the middle. So it can be productive and it can be, you know, it can work, but a lot of moving parts. And so far, the Seminoles have done a decent job of running that offense, but the Tucson Raider defense has held them to 0 points during the first half as we approach halftime. Now the Seminoles running with shotgun formation, running back there with them with trips to the right. The snap is good. Pass over to number 24. It's complete. That's number 24's second catch. As the Seminoles pass for what I believe is about an 8-yard gain to bring up third and about 3. And that's halftime. So again, we will take a break here, but we will be going live again for the second half of the 9U Tucson Raiders football game against the 9U Tucson Seminoles. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back. A little bit of a late start there. We're having some weird things going on with the cameras, so my bad. But we're back. Raiders have the ball. It is 3rd and 12. They had a couple running plays where they got stopped at the line of scrimmage. We're just getting situated. Trying to get situated before the play clock times out. Raiders in shotgun formation, trips left. Ball goes off his face mask, but then he improvises and runs the ball up the middle for a gain, actually. So there was a penalty. I heard the referee say that the receiver didn't check with him to make sure if he was supposed to be on the line of scrimmage or off the line of scrimmage. And he was off when he should have been on. It's a 5-yard penalty, but the Seminoles declined it. So that way it's 4th down, but it's 4th down and 8 instead of 3rd and 13. Again, Raiders in shotgun formation, trips to the right. Let's see if they run that sweep to the right. They do. And he gets maybe a yard. That'll be a turnover on downs. Seminoles take over at about the 50-yard line. Look like they are in either a 3-4 or a 5-3. Seminoles get the ball, snap, bobbled, and fumbled. There is a flag down. It looks like a false start on the offense. That'll move the Seminoles back 5 yards. They got 1st and 15. Seminoles have, looks like, shotgun formation. Nope, quarterback under center, running back in the backfield, number 3. They've got that Air Force offense, man in motion. Handoff or a pitch to the guy that just went in motion, and it's bobbled and dropped, and he just fell. So back-to-back fumbles that the Seminoles covered, their own fumble. But every time that happens, they go back a couple yards. So now we're looking at 3rd and about, after the penalty and the 2 fumbles, it's going to be 3rd and 20. Yeah, it looks like the Raiders are running a 5-3. 5 guys up front. 3 linebackers. Those are a 5-2. Nah, 5-3 and then, yeah, 3 defensive backs. Pitch out to the running back for the Seminoles. He tries to make it outside. Looks like the Raiders are going to gang tackle him in the backfield. Great defense by the Raiders right there. So that's going to bring up like a 4th and more than 20. Excuse me. Now, last time they punted the ball, but you couldn't tell if he was going to punt it because he wasn't lined up that far back. So it looked maybe like it was a shotgun, but then they punted it, and the Raiders, which looked like the safety, but I guess it was the return man, caught the ball, bobbled it, picked it up, and ran a couple yards, and that was it. So let's see what happens this time. It's 4th and more than 20. Looks like they're going for it because the quarterback is back there. The quarterback takes the ball, he throws it, completed over to number 9. Launches a tackle, makes another move, and he's off to the races. And a 4th and 20 plus. Seminoles don't want to punt the ball. They pass it on just a quick 5 and out, and he goes the distance. After a couple of nice moves, and that's going to put the Seminoles up 6-0 here in the 3rd quarter. Tough break for the Raiders. I'm sure Coach Pena is not happy about that. But give credit when credit's due to the Seminoles. It's a nice pitch and catch, and wide receiver number 9 for the Seminoles did the rest. Dodged a couple guys, got behind the secondary after a couple missed tackles, and took it the distance. Seminoles up 6-0. Raiders would like a stop here, so when they go down and score. Now, if you weren't tuned in for the 8U, in this league, when they go for 2, quarterback falls in the backfield. Sorry. So Seminoles go for it on 4th and 25. their own 40, and they complete a little 5-and-out pass to wide receiver number 9 for the Seminoles. He missed a couple of defenders for the Raiders and took it the distance for the touchdown. The conversion was unsuccessful for the Seminoles, but they are up 6-0. As you hear their side of the field, their stands out there, they're going wild. There are a couple of cowbells over there and some horns. Coach Pena getting his guys motivated. We need a big return here. Seminoles line up to kick off. Later, bro. Some little guys that were watching our YouTube stuff yesterday saying what's up. Here's the kick. It's like a little line drive kick. Looks like number 3 picks it up, tries to get through, but he's tackled. Maybe got 5 yards, and he's up to, looks like their own 40. So about 60 yards to go to tie this game up as we're in the third quarter, 6-0 Seminoles. About a 60-yard pass play for a touchdown. Raiders back on offense here. Let's see what they decide to do here. Quarterback in shotgun. We got trips to the left. Running back lined up. Now he moves to a slot position. Quarterback alone in the backfield in shotgun formation. He takes the sweep, flags down, tries to use the stiff arm, and he gets tackled. About at the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag down. Let's see what the call here is. Coach Pena coming out to get clarification. It's going to be a legal formation on the Raiders. Normally that's when you don't have one of your receivers lined up on the line of scrimmage when they're supposed to be, or there's too many men in the backfield. And you sometimes have that at this age, you know. These kids have so much to learn at such a young age. They got to know different plays, different formations. Receivers, it's crucial when they go out and line up to check with the referee. He'll tell you if you're lined up correctly or not. That time, too many men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. It's repeat first down. First and 15, Raiders have the ball. Shotgun formation. Quarterback runs outside of the sweep. Now he throws the ball to a wide open receiver. Kind of a drop. The receiver was behind everybody on the Seminoles. Quarterback with that left arm looked like they ran, and that looked like a design play, because every time you see trips to the left or the right, you know the quarterback's doing a sweep. But that time he ran the sweep and then posted up to pass through to a wide open receiver. But it kind of looked like the receiver, instead of continuing to run the route, kind of backpedaled a little bit, and the ball went over his head. He got a hand on it, but tough break there. Handoff now to the Raiders running back up the middle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. This is going to be 3rd and 14. Raiders need a play to get this offense going. They haven't had a lot of negative plays where they're getting tackled 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but little 1- and 2-yard gains here and there. It just takes one good run to break through and off to the races, and we got a tie game. Right now, 6-0. Seminoles leading. 3rd and 14. Raiders on their own 35. Looks like a late substitution here. Again, quarterback is under center actually this time. Single back formation, 3 receivers to the left. Runner in motion. Looks like a fake jet sweep, handoff up the middle for a good gain. Got a 5-yard gain, which will bring up 4th and about 6. You gotta think the Raiders are gonna go for it here. Even though it's only the 3rd quarter, you don't see a lot of punting at this age. We did see one earlier with the Seminoles, but I think that was because they were like 4th and 15 or something. They just wanted to boot the ball out of as far back as they could get the Raiders. So 4th and 6 now. Raiders need a first down here. Different formation this time. Quarterback under center, single back formation. Fake handoff, jet sweep, and he's tackled in the backfield. It looked like maybe on that jet sweep that receiver was posting up to pass. I'm not betting everything on that, but the receiver, number 5 for the 9U Raiders, looked like he was running a go route. But if it was a pass, he didn't have time to throw. He tried to get rid of the defender, but no luck. Took a timeout here. Coach Pena explaining to his defense what an important stop is, as we were here in the 3rd quarter. And the Raiders are down 6-0. Seminoles take over on downs. 1st and 10 when they come out of this timeout, and they're on their own. No, they're on the Raider 35-yard line, so just 35 yards to go to get to the end zone. Now we're posted up on this side. Now every game that we do this live stream, we're going to try to be more centrally located, either in the stands or in the booth, depending on which stadiums have a booth. We don't have one here at Palo Verde High School in Tucson, Arizona, but there's also not a power source unless you're in the back corner like I am. And I found this one power source where my 100-foot extension cord will reach. Oh no, it wasn't a timeout, it was the end of the 3rd quarter, so they will switch sides now to the other side. So 4th quarter, Seminoles have 6-0. This game well within reach for the Raiders to come back and either tie it or take the lead. But they did just turn the ball over on downs. As the stands really start to fill up here. When we first got here for the 8U game, there might have been 6 or 7 canopies set up. Now there's over 15, and there's still 3 more games. 1st and 10 Seminoles. I'll try to focus my camera a little bit better. Hand off, but a dead ball whistle here as the play is dead. False start Seminoles, that'll knock them back 5 yards. And again, if you're just joining us, since we do have limited power source here, we do have 2 different cameras that we use here, but we can only charge one at a time, so I'm swapping back and forth every game. And for this camera, it's so big that I don't have a tripod to hold it. So I'm doing my best to hold it as stable as possible. Even a lot of you might have some serious motion sickness going on. 2nd down, no, repeat 1st down after the penalty of false start. 1st and 15, Seminoles have the ball. We're up 6-0 here in the 4th. Start of the 4th quarter. Quarterback under center. Quarterback takes the snap. Quick throw out to the receiver, but incomplete. Again, the Seminoles running an offense very similar to the way the Air Force Academy runs theirs. They have a quarterback under center, a single back behind him, and then a receiver out. And then you have 2 like slot backs that line up behind the tight ends, but they're facing each other. So instead of facing forward like the rest of the offense, they're facing each other towards the quarterback. One guy goes in motion, and they can run a running back dive up the middle. They can do a pitch to one of the guys to the slot back that's going in motion. Or you saw in that pass, they fake the handoff and try to do a quick pass to the receiver that's out there, and it's just a little bit of an underthrown ball for an incomplete pass. 2nd and 15, quarterback in shotgun, wide out in motion, jet sweep. Number 9, this is the kid that scored that touchdown, makes a nice run to the outside, blocked by the canopies. Might have got a first down, as we can't really see. places to film here. It might have been a first down. If not, it's a second and probably 2. I can't see the markers. As you can see, it's blocked. So mystery down here. I believe it's, I can kind of see, it looks like about 3rd and 4. So if the Raiders can get him in the backfield here or get him to a short gain or no gain, they're going to have a 4th down coming up. But right now, 3rd down and 4. Pass out to the left. It is complete. I can kind of see. I might move because I am mobile with this thing. Try to get a better angle, but I am standing up now. Focus the camera a little bit better. It's like timeout Seminoles. And I can't see the markers from here, so I don't know if that was a first down or not. As Coach Pena for the 9U Tucson Raiders gets his defense together and explains how important a stop is here as the Seminoles are up 6-0. Only 1 score in the game. And it was on a 4th and 25 by the Seminoles. They ran a 5 and out. And number 9, wide receiver for the Seminoles. He caught the 5 and out on the 4th and 25 and they ran 60 yards for a touchdown. They only scored the game. It is a first down. It's a 1st and 10 Seminoles. Awful camera work here. Quarterback in shotgun, trips to the right. Quarterback takes the snap, pitches to the running back number 3 as he tries to break it to the outside. The Raiders containing, but he does get around the corner down the sideline. Touchdown. Touchdown Seminoles as they go up 12-0 here in the 4th. And Coach Pena and the Raider offense here has some work to do. No, wait, there is a penalty. Flag down. This play might be coming back. As I stand out here in the scorching sun. I didn't bring sunscreen because I thought I'd be under the canopy, but I'll be all right. There was a penalty, so that'll bring up, I think, 1st and 15. Looked like a, I don't know what it was. If it was a hold, it would have been a 10-yard penalty, but we just knocked them back 5 yards, and it wasn't a dead ball foul, so it wasn't a false start. It was almost fall in the bleachers. I believe it's 1st and 15. Seminoles with the ball here, up 6-0 in the 4th. Shotgun formation. He goes to throw the ball, and it's complete. What a catch. That ball just went right over the linebacker's head. The receiver for the Seminoles made a jumping catch. And again, as we do these games week to week, I will learn the numbers of these players. But this is our first week doing it. You'll see some of the 11 you guys showing up. Again, all age groups will be facing the same team, the same Seminole team, just different ages. We got 10U after this. We are in the 4th quarter. As the Seminoles are threatening here. It looks like 2nd and maybe half a yard. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes the ball, hands up to the running back, and he's tackled in the backfield. That's huge. That's huge. That brings up a 3rd and probably 5. No, they got him more than that. It looks like a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 or 7. Big stop there for the Raiders is if they can do that again right here and bring up 4th down. Remember, it's only 6-0. That one touchdown play that the Seminoles just had was called back. The Raiders still in this. But it is tough with a 9U team in the Seminoles that has proven that they can pass as well as run. It's tough because you can't just guess run every time because you know the quarterback can throw it, and they've had a couple nice catches. Number 24 and number 11, number 24 and number 9 have made some good catches for the Seminoles, so they can throw the ball. Quarterback shotgun formation, 3rd and 7. Quick pitch out to number 3, the running back, and he gets it in the backfield. That's exactly what we needed. Great defense there. Gosh, I wish I could see these players' numbers for the Raiders, so I'd give them a shout out. Excellent tackle in the backfield on, this might be the biggest drive of the game. Because if the Raiders get a stop here on 4th, which now it's 4th and 12. It was 2nd and half a yard. They got a 7-yard loss, went to 3rd and 7, got a 4-yard loss. Now we're looking at 4th and 11, maybe 12. Great defense. Again, I apologize about the camera work here, as I'm standing, risking my life out here in the sun. My white skin, brutal out here. And I can't move back under the canopy because these canopies would be blocking it. Look how much it's filled out in the crowd here. I'm telling you, man, every one of these games or scrimmages I've gone to for the Raiders, they're just packed. It's crazy. And if you don't have a canopy, it's probably because you're not from Arizona and it's your first game, which was me on the scrimmage. I was literally the only parent without a canopy, and some random family was like, hey, do you want to sit under here so you don't die out there? Sounds nice. Huge 4th and 11 here. Shotgun formation. Quarterback draws back to pass, and he's sacked in the backfield. Turnover on downs for the Raiders. That is huge. Huge stop. The only one I can tell who it is because I saw his number earlier, and he's the only one that looks like that, and that's Little Pina. And I believe he was the one that got that quarterback sack right there. To turnover on downs. Raiders take over. 1st and 10. I'm guessing, because we don't have a scoreboard, as you can see it over there, it's blank. So we don't know how much time is left, but it's only a couple minutes into the 4th, plenty of time. Seminoles up 6-0. Next game I will be using our smaller camera where I have the tripod where it won't look like Blair Witch Project as we improvise as much as we can. Runner in motion, handoff to the running back up the middle, big game. Huge hole, shout out to the big guys up front. There is a player down for the Raiders. I'm going to go back under the canopy. Please hold. Look at my little setup over here. Bang energy drinks, camera equipment, Walmart canopy. Shout out Walmart, 40 bucks. Yeah, I can easily see right here. If you're not from Arizona, you're looking around, you see the palm trees, you see everybody in shorts. You might be thinking, dang, it's so nice there. And it is, but it is hot. It's not as hot as it has been in the last couple weeks, so I'm not complaining. When we went out to that scrimmage and I didn't have that canopy, it was, I think the high that day was 112. The high today, I don't even know what it is. A lot of times I don't look because I don't want to see. It's maybe going to get to 101 or 102, so not nearly bad as it could get. Raiders come out, trips to the right, to the quarterback's right, to our left. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap, lefty quarterback throws out to the receiver for a completion. And they get a little bit of a game there. So Raiders proving that they can throw the ball too. As I have a special place in my heart for left-handed quarterbacks, as I was left-handed. I am left-handed. Think of Steve Young or Michael Vick. I grew up trying to do what Michael Vick did by running and juking, but also having a cannon. I'm not saying that's who I was, but that's who I tried to play like. This time the Raiders are tackled in the backfield by the Seminoles. That's going to bring up 4th down. That was a 3rd and 2. They do get tackled in the backfield, so it's 4th and 5. I mean, a huge possession here, huge play here for the Raiders. We have to get this 1st down. As time is running out here in the 4th, down 6-0 to the Seminoles. The only score of the game being on a 60-yard pass by the Seminoles. Raiders come out, 4th and maybe 4. Let's see what call Coach Pena wants to call here. Raiders line up with 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side, but the Seminoles take a timeout. Which I can assume why they took a timeout. You normally see the Raiders line up with trips to the right or left and then another receiver on the right or the other side. And quarterback in shotgun. This time it looked like 1 receiver on each side and quarterback was under center. Seminoles defense calling a timeout so they can regroup and put a plan together for what is a different look. If you hear those screams in the background, don't worry. It's just kids having fun, I think. It is heating up here. If you're just joining us, we are in the 4th quarter. Raiders have the ball. They are down 6-0. And what is a crucial 4th and maybe 4. And you can hear the Seminoles defense yelling, watch the ball, because all it takes is for one of their guys to jump off sides, 5-yard penalty. It's probably going to be an automatic 1st down if that really is only 4 yards the Raiders have to get. Kind of tough to see the markers from here. Quarterback under center. Play action pass. Throws the ball, and it's nearly picked off by the Seminoles. He did have a man here, but good closing speed by the Seminoles. And it's going to be a tough turnover on downs, depending on how much time is left. The Raiders really need a 3 and out. I don't know how many timeouts they have left. Seminoles come back out on offense. 1st and 10 from about the Raiders, I believe, 35-yard line. It's tough to see the canopies are in the way, but Raiders come out. Probably going to be in that Air Force style offense as they are in the run out the clock mode. Quarterback under center. There it is. Running back in motion, hands it off to number 3 for the Seminoles as he tries to make it around the corner. Canopy's in the way as he makes it down the sideline for what looks like to be about a 15-yard gain. 1st down Seminoles. The running back for the Seminoles looks like about the size of a linebacker for the 10U team. Big kid. I'm going to move over here so I can try to get some better shots. As the Seminoles just continue to run down that clock. Again, Raiders really need a stop here. Seminoles come out again in that Air Force style offense. And as you'll see, one of the slot receivers will go in motion and the quarterback will snap it right after he goes in motion. There he goes. Same play, but different direction. And man, Raiders would have had him in the backfield, but dead ball, whistle blown. False start on the Seminoles. Adam Martin back 5 yards. That's great. Timeout Seminoles. I'm going to set this thing down for a second so I can get some of my water. Up, we have the 10U Tucson Raiders facing the 10U Tucson Seminoles. cold water can do something to a man when you're out here in the heat. It's something special. Now let's see if the Seminoles run the same play as they just did, which would be that little Air Force style offense sweep to the right. Seminoles come out. It is 1st and 15. Oh, are you looking at me? Oh my God, you're looking at me. How embarrassing. I'm going to turn this around. Sorry about that. 1st and 15 after the penalty. There it is. Motion. Handoff to number 8 around the corner, and Raiders get him in the backfield. Big stop. Timeout Raiders trying to stop the clock. Again, we don't know how much time is left. We can only guess. Raiders take a timeout to try to save as much time as they can. It's coming up. You're going to have about a second, and I'm guessing because I can't really see the markers, but that looked like about a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 17 coming up. Seminoles up 6-0 as time is running out in the Raiders here in the 4th quarter. We need another stop here and then one more on 4th to get the ball back, and it's do or die time at that point. But before we even get to that point, we got to make a stop here. Coach Pena talking to his 9U Tucson Raider defense here. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, we have a bunch of highlight videos and head coaches interviews. Coach Pena's on there and talks about his time with the Raiders so far. And again, I can't see my screen because of the reflection, but I'm pretty sure I'm filming the team. Seminoles come out in that Air Force offense. I think it's called the wishbone, if I'm guessing. Quarterback under center. Guy in motion. Running back number 3 goes back the other way. They're going to throw the ball. Unreal. Oh, and he drops it, which stops the clock. Tough call there. We don't know how much time is left, but we know it's getting close to the end of the game, end of the 4th quarter. And when you're up 6-0, I get throwing the defense off, trying to maybe throw the ball over the defense, but you risk an interception and you risk an incomplete pass, which stops the clock. Unless it doesn't stop the clock at this age group, I don't know. I believe it's 3rd and about 17. Handoff to the running back number 3, dodges a guy, breaks the tackle, fumbles the ball, and the Raiders get it back. Unbelievable. Raiders get the ball back. That is crucial. Big turn of events there. Yeah, we don't know how much time is left, but Raiders have about, it's tough to see where the ball's at, but about 70 yards, maybe 65 yards to go, down 6-0. So let's see what tricks Coach Pena has up his sleeve. As the Raiders try to throw the ball, an incomplete pass there. They did have a receiver in between the two safeties, but the ball just slightly overthrown. As I try to pull up the roster here. Raiders come out in twin receivers to the left, one receiver to the right, quarterback in shotgun, two tight ends, one tight end. Quarterback takes the snap, runs the quarterback sweep to the right, right up the middle, big hole. That's definitely going to be a first down. A nice gain there by the Tucson Raiders. The clock continues to run. Raiders come out in shotgun formation. Run the sweep to the right. That play worked last time, and he's running to the sideline, get out of bounds. He's running up the sideline, and he gets bumped out of bounds. The Raiders making moves here. This game is not over, folks. 22 seconds, I heard the referee yell. Timeout Seminoles, 22 seconds. This game coming down to the wire. As the ball is on the, just past the 50-yard line. Raiders have about 47 yards to go. As you see the amazing 9U Raider cheerleaders chanting on their guys. Score right now 6-0. Seminoles. 22 seconds left in the fourth, and the Raiders back-to-back 10-plus yard plays. Shotgun formation, trips to the right. There's that sweep. It's a reverse back the other way. Ooh, man, if he would have missed that. One guy made it around the corner. He could have been off to the races, but a nice tackle by the Seminoles defender there in the backfield. The Raiders, I believe, take their last time out. There might be, again, there's no clock here. There's no scoreboard. There was 22 seconds before that play, so we're looking at 15, 16 seconds left in this game. Raiders down 3-0. Sorry, 6-0. Nothing. Less than 20 seconds left here in the fourth. Raiders with the ball. It's only second down, and that's second and 12. They got roughly about 50 yards to go. I see what Coach Pena tried to do there. Ran the play they've been running all game, except flip it around and run a reverse off of it. And it was a good call. He had most of the defense confused except for one guy, and he made the tackle in the backfield. Shotgun formation pass out to the side. Wide receiver making some moves, but he is tackled. They need to run to the ball. They're out of timeouts. They need to just set the ball and run a play, which is tough. And that looks like that's the game. Seminoles win 6-0 as it came down to the wire. Great game, great defense on both sides of the ball. As the Raiders, the 9U Raiders coached by Coach Pena, who I believe were in the championship last year, suffer their first loss here to the Seminoles, 6-0. We will be back for the 10U game coming up next, Raiders Seminoles. We'll see you in